Hello everyone and welcome back to Thicker Gravy, and we are here with our overview of week 4 of the RDL Draft League. This is very post because when I was editing for the videos that I've gathered up, I've realised that some of the footage is corrupted. So yeah, bit behind because of that, and now I've got to sort out all these videos, but we're back. I'm going to be going overview of what went on in week 4, and I think week 6 and 7 are also corrupted. Week 5 I believe turned out alright, but weeks 4, 6 and 7 are the ones that are currently corrupted, so hopefully things should be fine going from the next season. But we'll go over what our team was for week number 4. So we first led off with our Piloswines, Assault Fest, Thick Fat, just to take care of. I cannot remember honestly what this team had. I'm pretty sure week 4 might have been the Dragonite team we went up against. We shall see it in a bit when I go over the video. But yeah, Piloswines, I'm pretty sure it was the Dragonite and the Sneasler, which is why I was running Earthquake, Ice Shard, Icicle Crash and Eye Horsepower. Just there to output damage while also taking a few of the special hits for us. Then we have Ventus, our Tailwind setter, running more speedy and specially defensive this time around, running Dracometer and Air Slash as well. Next, Dr. Vibes, our Trick Room setter, running Protect, Scold and Ice Beam on it as well, running Mental Herb in case they're trying to stop the Trick Room, as well as Regenerator in case we need that extra bit of recovery. Next, Tango the Scrafty, running Citrus Berry Intimidate with Fake Out, Knock Off, Protecting Drain Punch. Running a more physical set with quite a lot of investment into the attack stat. Hopefully able to do something inside of Trick Room. Next we got Scrooge or Dengo, running him a lot slower than what I used to do. Still running choice specs with Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Beam and Side Shot for the Sneasler. But yeah, running slower so it's not as fast in Trick Room, but can outspeed, I believe it was a certain one out of Trick Room. I don't know if they brought it. Like I said, sorry about this being so far ahead that I cannot remember. And last but not least, Anderson the Cinderace with Life Orb, Gunk Shot, Trailblaze, Protect and Sucker Punch. Running it just fast enough to outspeed certain ones. I believe it outspeeds pretty much everything besides the Sneasler. Besides that, just invest in HP, just to maybe live a few more hits, and then full out attack. Now, we'll skip ahead to the battle. Alright, so leading off with the first battle, I led off with Noivern and Scrafty, and he leads off with the Sneasler and the Pinchurchin. Managed to set up the Electric Surge and pop off the Electric Seed, but I also get the Intimidate off. Fake Out doesn't work on the Ventus because of the Covert Cloak, so I get to set up Tailwind and Fake Out the Pinchurchin. Next he goes for a Protect. I Protect on the Sneasler and just go for the Air Slash. Unfortunately that doesn't do anything. Electroweb does a bit of damage to Ventus, but because of the Covert Cloak I don't get the speed drop. I should pause this a little bit so we can speak of what's going on. Then I'm able to get the Air Slash onto the Sneasler as I switch in Goldengo, who takes a Scold and gets an unfortunate burn. Now I remember why this battle had a lot of things going on. I think I got burned every single time this battle. Go for a Make It Rain, which is going to heavily damage the Pinchurchin, but not enough to kill it with the resistors, and pops it Citrus Berry. Now the Electroweb comes back out on the last turn of Tailwind, and Goldengo gets slowed down, so I decide to switch back into Scrafty. Go for a Protect on the Ventus just so it can live whatever. Another Scold on Tango and another burn unfortunately for me. Now he goes for a Protect as I go in for the Fake Out, and I get to set up another Tailwind as he goes for the Thunder Wave on Ventus. Next the Diaclaw comes out, not enough to kill, and our Air Slash is thankfully able to get through and kill the Sneasler. Drain Punch just to restore some else to the Scrafty, and the Scold does very little damage. Next I'm able to get a Draco on the Rotom, which doesn't do too much damage, but I'm eventually able to knock off its Assault Vest. The Thunderbolt from the Rotom will then be able to finish it off, and and the Scold does a little bit of chip damage to the Scrafty. I bring in the Goldengo here, go for the Make It Rain, and I was in a very good spot here, I believe. At least that's what I thought. I was in a very good spot. The Shadow Ball isn't even enough to take out the Goldengo, and the Burn is going to put it into pretty much room to die. I go for a Protect on the Scrafty here as I let Scrooge go down with 1 HP. It's just going to die to the Burn soon anyway. Now for my last one, I want to say it's Mamoswine. It is Mamoswine. Able to just use Ice Shard just to get rid of the Rotom as a Heat Wave comes out. I realised in this turn I should have Terrored right away just so the Heat Wave didn't do as much damage. And now I do get the Terror off, so I'm able to live this hit and able to let off a high horsepower and win the first game of the set. Next we'll go into game number 2. Lead off with the same exact 2 as he leads off with the Rotom Wash and the Pinchurchin this time. I believe I go for Fake Out into the Rotom Wash, yep, and I set up another Tailwind. And he just goes for the Thunder Wave straight on Ventus, which is good, allows me to switch it out. I switch into the Cinderace. I cannot remember why I did that. It does take a Volt Switch thankfully, and the Sneasler is able to come in. Because of the Seed popping on it, the Sneasler is probably the fastest on the field. I cannot remember if Anderson outspeeds in the Tailwind. Citrus Berry pops, Fake Out on to the Cinderace, and the Electro Web is going to put it very, very low, and it's definitely not going to be outspeeding the Sneasler. I switch back into Scrafty to get the Intimidate back off, as I hit a nice Air Slash on the Sneasler in order to take it down below half. Fortunately, Scrafty gets burned by the Scold again. I mean, it got burned very early. I cannot remember. I cannot pay attention properly. Sorry about this, guys. I'm not used to doing this as much post-commentating. I've got to get used to it in order to recover the lost videos, though, because I would like to put them out. Anyway, I'm able to go for the Fake Out on the Pinchurchin and Air Slash into the Sneasler slot as the Rotom Wash switches in. Next, unfortunately, our team is very, very slow, and Volt Switch isn't going to be enough to kill Tango. Pops our Citrus Berry, but we're still in a very, very bad spot. I go to the Drain Punch in that slot just to get a little bit of health back, but Scold is going to chip that right away. Now, I think I'm hoping Ventus would live that and be able to kill, but unfortunately, Cinderace comes in, takes the Electro Web, just dies straight away. Now, thankfully, we do get another Intimidate off as I go for the Protect, just so it would live a close combat or something. And Earthquake is thankfully doing decent damage against the Pinchurchin, pops it Citrus Berry. And again, another Scold burn. Now, close combat takes down Tango, as I believe I go for Earthquake again in order to try... I don't know why I didn't go for Earthquake there. I went for high horsepower. I'm assuming just to make sure the Sneasler definitely died. And unfortunately, the Dragonite comes in, is able to outspeed, and I lose the second game. So we go into game number 3 here. This time I go for the Trick Room set, bring in Dr. Vibes the Slowbro and Oscar the Mamoswine. Now I just go for the high horsepower, killing the Pinchurchin. This has been hacking me all game, so I just realised I need to get rid of it. Even though it's not doing much damage, it is burning every single chance it gets. So just going for the definite kill there is what I should have done all along. But realised it in the third game, go for it, I'm able to set up Trick Room in the process as well. Now he sits into Dragonite. I am proud of this, I believe. I go for Icicle Crash into the slot, predicting he is going to switch and get the kill on Dragonite straight away. Yeah, that was one of the switches I was most proud of. And unfortunately for him, the Hydro Pump misses. Gets the Fake Out on the Mamoswine. I go for the Scold, trying to get burns on myself. And Thunderbolt is going to take his very, very low, but I'm able to just switch out into the Goldengo, go for the high horsepower on the Sneasler. I can just keep targeting this down until I am able to kill it. I don't know why I went for... Oh, it's because I went for the Psyshock. I was like, why did I go for the... very clear ISO crash into the Rotom when I could have killed the Sneasler, because I predicted I would kill with a Psyshock. Now, unfortunately, the Dialclaw comes out. Thankfully, I don't get status. I can't be poisoned anyway, but no other status, and I can just send in Scrafty here, who is able to take a few hits, while also getting the Intimidate on the Sneasler. Now, Dr. Vibes, unfortunately, does get paralyzed here, so not looking too good. I did the calcs and figured he would live a Dialclaw, so as long as I don't get paralyzed, I can set up another Trick Room. Now I can just go for a few attacks, sack these ones off if I need to, but I'm in a very good spot here. Dr. Vibes goes down as Tango is able to finish off the Rotom, and Scrooge might be able to be the one to kill the Sneasler. It does with a Dazzling Gleam. So I end up winning this set 2 games out of 1. Could have been a lot cleaner, but still thankful for the win in week number 4. Yeah, week number 4. I was making sure I got it right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next week.